No one owes you anything. If you want something, you have to fight for it. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, I want to tell you thank you for always keeping it here. If you're new in this channel, make sure you like this video, share it with your network, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel so that anytime I upload a new video, you are among the first people who get notified about it, and you get to enjoy the amazing content that I'm putting out here, and we get to learn as we interact in the comment section. So don't forget to leave your comment. Something interesting about this year, particularly the month of March, this is when I was born, on the 23rd of March to be specific. And I celebrated my birthday last week. And it was one of those days where I can't really describe how the day was. I'm lacking better words to tell you how it felt. But I can tell you for sure, my last year's birthday was an eye-opening year. That's what I can say. I was able to dig deep into who I am and now strategize and put in the work to heal, to know myself better. You can say self-awareness, and to understand who Farida really is. And I can tell you for sure that the effort that I had put in didn't go in vain, because I could feel it on the day before my birthday. That night, I remember I prayed, and I was just looking at my diary and thinking about how I used to handle things then and how I'm handling them now and where I am at life. And I can tell you for sure it gave me a lot of fulfillment. And I thought it would be wise if I do this video, because this video is going to remind the Farida, the 24-year-old Farida, because I turned 24 last week, that this is where we started. Towards now, the year ending, and then when I hit 25, we will come back to this video and remember how it all started. So I wrote a letter to myself, and I'm going to read it to you. And I'm going to leave it here so that I can use it as a point of reference, as I had said. So the letter says, "Dear 23-year-old Farida, you've made an investment in your healing and self-awareness. You've always been present in people's lives while putting yourself last. You've lost a lot of friends and left places where you didn't feel you could belong anymore. You're being taken for granted, perceived as a threat, and contract terminations are all behind you. I know you've been determined to make things work because of your fear of failure and lack of a pillar to lean on. Here you are. I am so proud of you to see how far you've come and how much you've accomplished. So 24 will be a turning point for you. Many will not understand as to where the daring and aggressiveness force is coming from. But you will. You will be unstoppable. Nothing will frighten you. Everything will seem so doable, and you will feel perfectly at peace and content. Thank you for sticking through and believing. We persevered and made it through chapter 23. Keep your feet on the ground. Honor yourself. Stick to your non-negotiables and boundaries. Continue showing up for yourself unapologetically, because you deserve it all. You are a superstar." Ish. So this letter, I was inspired to write myself a letter by a man I look up to called Georgie Ndirangu. You can follow him and see the amazing work he's doing. And yeah, sometimes you look up to someone and you look up to them and feel like this is my mentor without them knowing. And that one only is enough, because I look at him, I keep challenging myself. I look up to him and I see things and I'm like, this can be done and this is possible, because if this person I'm looking up to has made it, then why not? Like, what is limiting me from achieving it or achieving something better than that? So you can check out this man, JG Dirango, and I hope one day he'll come to watch this video. Shout out to that man. Yeah, so that's a letter I wrote to myself, and I was just reading the messages that my closest friends have sent me as wishes, and I came to this realization, man. Let me just be vulnerable with you here. I'm that one person who gets fulfillment when I see people happy, and all along I thought the same way I feel about people, that's how they felt about me. But through this journey called life, I came to realize that no, not everybody is like that, and not everybody deserves a piece of me. So instead of me putting myself last always, this year, starting from the day I turned 24 and the day I actually came to this awareness, I'm telling you, this season is about honoring myself. I'm going to brag about myself. I'm going to prioritize myself. I'm going to stay in places where I feel contented. I'm going to do things that I feel are making me happy, without the fear of being asked by anyone, without the fear of being judged by anyone, without the fear of feeling bad that I was not able to come through for someone. I mean, trusting my instinct and just being me is what I'm going to do moving forward. And if you feel like this is some lesson you can pick, well and good, let's do this live. So there are 3 key lessons. I came here prepared, you see. There are 3 key lessons that I learned, and I'm gonna share them with you. I had written them in my diary as I was reflecting. So, lesson number 1 from Farida: control your space. Control your space. Not everyone deserves to be in your circle or have access to you. It is okay to put distance between you and the people you don't get along with, or the people that interrupt your peace. Let them ask you. Let them talk about it. It's none of your business whatever they choose to do. Just control and protect your space. Here's lesson number 2. No one owes you anything. If nobody has ever told you, I'm here to tell you. And I'm telling myself, no one owes you anything. If you want something, you have to fight for it. You have to work for it. You have to get it by yourself. So stop expecting the world to offer you the fruits of the labor you have not committed to yet. Lesson number 3, and this is the last one. Good karma exists, by the way. So when you are a good person and you always operate from the goodness of your heart, the universe will bless you. So stay kind no matter what, no matter how unkind the world tends to be. Just be kind. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything. Be nice to everybody and live this life, yeah? Anyway, so that is what I thought I should come switch on my camera and talk to you about. And I'm gonna share, it's actually coming next, snippets of what has been happening in my 23 years, but they're not going to go deeper into the messages because the messages are too personal. So that maybe you could pick whatever I was doing, whatever I am doing, and then maybe it could help you or somebody out there. Hi Farida, how are you? I know you don't know how you're feeling right now. So I want you to keep track of whatever is happening in your life so that you can understand. I want you to keep track of such moments. I'm talking to you right now. I want to remind you the person you are. Farida, this is the last one. Promise me this is the last one, Farida. I don't want to see you cry. Farida, please. Please, this is when you take care of other people. I want you to take care of yourself. Hi Farida, how are you? I'm recording this just to remind you how beautiful you are and how special you are. I want you to reflect on where you're coming from, the milestones and the things you've had to overcome to get to where you are. I know I started documenting my life when I turned 23. At some point, I had lost a lot of friends. I had isolated myself from the spaces that I felt like my energy was being drained, and I came back to myself. I think that's the point of working on my self-awareness. And at that point, it was so confusing. It was so lonely. I would write on my diary, I'd buy new diaries, and whenever I wrote, I could feel some sort of fulfillment. And I shared this with a friend of mine called Natasha. And Natasha told me she started it, and I actually learned from her to document my life. So I'd take a camera, put it in front of myself, and just speak to myself. There are moments that I was just crying. I don't know what's next. I don't know what to do. But I'd record it talking to myself and telling myself the words that all those years I expected people to tell me. So this time round, I started telling myself, Farida, this and this and this. There were moments that I didn't even have any motivation or encouragement to keep doing what I'm doing. I'd still switch on my camera and talk to myself. 24-year-old Farida, let's see what the world has to offer. And I'm grateful for anyone who has mentioned me in any room that is full of opportunities. Anybody who has recommended my name for any opportunity. Anybody who has knelt down to pray for me. And anybody who has always wished me well and supported me in any way. I do not take it for granted. And I wish you all the very best as you continue your life. And I bless myself into this year as I turned 24. Thank you for watching till the end. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and share it with your network. Bye!